Okay, can you guys see the stream right now? I've been having some issues. I was literally like trying to go live for like the last like 5 to 7 minutes. But let me know what you guys can see. That I don't know if that was a preview or what was going on there. But yeah, let me know because I don't know if that was doing streaming a preview or that was streaming the actual thing. But yeah, for you guys that are already in the live stream, there already is going to be something for you guys below. But yeah, getting back into the matches, let me know if you guys can actually see that. I don't know if you're going to be able to or not, but hopefully you can. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I'm trying to make sure everything is good to go. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Um, bear with me, guys. This is my first stream I've done on YouTube in a very long time, so I'm just trying to make sure everything like goes well before I start like actually getting into things. Um, but yeah, because I'm not sure where the stream is, honestly. Hello, Anime Evie, by the way. Hello. I'm trying to check on my own just to see where like the actual stream is right now because I'm not sure if you guys are actually caught up to it or we're like kind of behind because it wasn't saying I was live on my YouTube creator thing. Then I actually had to press it. So I don't know if I was recording a preview for people that like aren't watching it or what. But yeah. So let me know, who do you guys think is gonna win and all that. I don't know how long we're going to go in this stream just based upon the fact that I do actually have to make another one for the second round. And the first round like actually took me quite a while. But yeah, let me know how all it's going. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. It's been a little chaotic so far. Let's look at some other highlight matches I want to talk about. So, another one. Your team Littlefinger Oscar get out. Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to have bias, but get out. I'm joking. I'm joking. That is a horrible dude. So I was making this, okay? So I was making this and I had the randomizer and I was looking at the matches like just going off of if I was the only one voting, who would I pick to win? And I saw that and I'm just like, how? Because both of those in my opinion are like at least top 16. Like they should make it to like decently in the thing. Also, hi Devora Lynch. I'm glad you're gonna be listening. Hopefully we get a good result here. I'm gonna do that poll or like voted thing for a little while just so I can get a decent amount of like input into seeing who we're gonna do because that's gonna be a big portion of just the first round and like doing the first 30 minutes of the stream. So I'm gonna let that go for a while and we're just gonna kind of vibe a little bit. But I saw that and I was like, dude, that one sucks. Another one I really hated was I'm trying to look at the first round ones that are like really tough. Jon Snow versus Robert Baratheon. That one is just oh my god. Like cuz both those characters are so awesome. Like Robert has such a rich history that he's such an intriguing character, but then Jon is like one of the main characters in the story. So it's like, how do you like that's such a tough one for me because like the Baratheons for me, um, no, you're good. Jim, if you want to go back in, I have the a poll or voting at the top of the like screen, or it should be the pinned comment. Okay, let me do my best. I should have clarified at the beginning of the stream. You can do whatever you want this to be. It can be your favorite. It can be the best character, the best like story wise. You can do whatever you want to justify what you think who should move on, right? I am not. This is not like a top 10 where I'm basing it off of like top 10 character arcs or anything like that, or sword fighters or anything like that. It is completely up to you on the way you want to do this. But Littlefinger is a great character, by the way, Jaharis. So I just did want to point that out. That was a really tough one. If Jim, if you need me to, I will put another link in the comments. But yeah, so there's a lot of tough ones in the first round that I think are really kind of tough. John Khan facing Tommen, that's a classic matchup because we're actually going to see that. So that's a pretty cool one. Mace Tyrell against Edmure, the two characters that get clowned on the most in the show. That's a pretty fun one. I'm trying to think of some other good ones here. What's some other good one? Khal Drogo versus Bronze, a pretty cool one. Two characters that don't have major roles in the story outside of like the time they're in. Because Khal Drogo, really big character in round one. And then you have Braun, who's kind of like a really like a first 2 or 3 books, and then he kind of fades off a little bit as well, and we just kind of hear about him. Rhaegar versus the Hound. That's an insane one. That's actually an insane one because Rhaegar is such an important character, but at the same time, Sandor, the Hound is pretty badass. Like we can't even debate it, okay? So I don't know. I'm interested to see how that one plays out. That's a good one. Gilly versus Catelyn's a weird one for me because you guys know if you've watched a lot of my videos. Also, hi Matthew, I'm doing well. Just really, really tired. Had a lot to do today. Zen book review. I will say Oberyn was a character that's not mentioned a lot, and the way I did the tier list, or not tier list, I keep saying tier list, bracket is based upon how many times they were listed in the story. So that's kind of how I did it. I wanted to do the top 128, but websites wouldn't allow me to do that many, so I couldn't really do it. So Oberyn was actually outside of the top 64, which really surprised me. So yeah, that's why he's not on here. I might put him on here in the future because there's some characters on here where it's like Illyrio. Like, really? But I wanted to keep it kind of justified, more or less. But I definitely think I'll change it up if we ever do this again, because the way I was going to do it again is based upon how this ends up playing out. I'm going to remake them into, like, it's hard to, like, you know how in a regular bracket you'd have the 1 seed against the 16 seed? Well, I would redo it again to where it would be kind of that way, where you'd actually have a ranking for each of the characters going into a separate, like, tier. And then you should do most mentioned house next. Yes, that's a really good one because that one would actually make a lot more sense for how many we have. Because the top 64, there are a lot of houses in Song of Ice and Fire. There's only so many that are actually, like, important to the story. So I think 6, that would be a really good one, actually. I think we might do that one next. Evie, I agree. There's a lot of them that are hard. Like, Tyrion and Renly's another weird one, because I'm like, I like Renly as a character. I think he's cool. Like, I think it's a good dynamic with him and Stannis that I think is really cool, but it's Tyrion. So it's like, I don't know. It's a tough, like, run-of-the-mill, like, pick there for Renly. But yeah, let me check how many votes we got right now. And then I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this on for. Like, I don't know how long I'm gonna do this for. Okay, so we have about 50. I'm gonna take a little look. I'm just curious as to see the way some of these have gone. Some of these are interesting. I did not expect some of these to go the way that they're going. Oh my god. Dude, you guys, honestly, I am surprised by the way some of these are going. I'm going to let this go for maybe another 5 minutes, but dude, there's going to be some heartbreakers round 1. Will you be reacting to House of the Dragon episode reactions? Your channel would... Yeah, okay, yeah. No, I'm definitely going to, especially because I love the Dance of the Dragons time period. I did a couple of videos on, like, the history of them, and I liked doing those videos, especially the videos where I was talking about, like, specific characters like Alicent, Rhaenyra. I was doing kind of a character history on them, and those videos never really did well, so I kind of stopped doing them, but I'm definitely going to do House of the Dragon episode reactions, because I'm really excited for them. So did we just vote all of them at once, or are we going to do it one at a time? So for when I reveal them, we're going to do the one at a time, and I'll tell you guys what, like, the answers. But for the rounds, we're just going to do them straight up. We're going to do all of them in that round, and that's just going to how it's going to go. And actually, for the later rounds, you know what? Actually, for the later rounds, I might actually do that where I put a YouTube poll up instead of doing it on forums. I did forums because there were so many, so I had it pre-done before the video started. Hated having to vote against Davos. Dude, that was a hard one. Davos is my guy. I love my guy Davos, but Young Griff is one of my favorite characters right now. Young Griff, of course. Love to see it. Davos. I did Davos just because of his last chapter. Davos does have a really interesting last chapter. I'm interested to see where his story goes because it's just an interesting one. Going to Skagos and all that stuff for Rickon. Littlefinger versus Stannis is hurt. Yeah, that's a tough one. Like, it's crazy to me because I'm gonna when we get through round 1, I'm gonna tell you who I would have voted for, and the way I saw the voting right now, this one hurts me. Do you see any glimpse of hope in Georgia's late? So this is really interesting. Okay, what you brought up, because I had seen other YouTubers doing that, and the like I read it, and it was something where I was like, I'm not gonna make a video on this because it's like, yes, I'm kind of hopeful because he's saying he's at least writing chapters, but I feel like there's no point making a video on almost. He gave us like one sentence. I'm not gonna make a video on a one sentence thing. I am okay. So I think we're gonna get wins. I think regardless, we're going to get wins at some point. What I think the most likely option would be the end of next year, but I would say more realistic would be probably like this, like October, like September of 2024 would be a really. I think that is the best option for that. But I am pretty hopeful we'll get wins at some point. I think Dream of Spring is the one I'm more worried about. But yeah, okay. I want to see how many responses we got now at this point before we like move on, because this is a very important round that does kind of matter a lot for the rest of the video, or not video, live stream. I didn't actually scroll all the way to the bottom, so we're gonna see what we got here. Okay, all right. I just checked one of the ones I hadn't checked before. I'm very. Oh, you know what? This is another thing I want to bring up, just because I was looking at the actual polling. Hold on. Let me get the comments back. Let's see. Went with Littlefinger, even though Stannis is the GOAT. Jordan, you're right. That was the other big one. Yep. Him saying his done and makes me believe he did the try by combat both simultaneously and only one survives. Something to talk about. That is true. That's a good point. I definitely think. I mean, the 3 you have on the thumbnail of the live stream are definitely my top 3. Yeah, that's kind of why I put them there. I was kind of like, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the thumbnail, and I was like, well, let's go with like the 3 that are the most known. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go till 7:20, and then I'm gonna start revealing them. I'm gonna have to edit them on the actual thing because for some reason it just prints out a PDF, which I thought was so stupid. Like, it should have just been a thing where like when I'm ready to click one, I just kind of, I just press it. Varys versus Brienne is gonna hurt, but it's gonna be Brienne for sure. That is a tough one too. I mean, I think Varys and Littlefinger got done dirty in this. Like, they got put up against really strong characters. So love the bail. Okay, yeah, I was just about to talk that. I got out off track. Okay, think about this sub bracket. Okay, right here with Janos Slynt, Walder Frey, Joffrey, and Tormund. Like, this is the villain gauntlet. Outside of Tormund, like, this is a villain gauntlet. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Like, you got Balon Greyjoy in there too. Let's see here. Oh, love to see that, Jordan. Love to see that. I was wondering who that was. Love to see that. Also, if you guys haven't, join the Discord we got. It's in the, I don't know if it's actually in the description of this live stream, but it's definitely on like the banner and stuff like that. My prediction for the win is Tyrion or Jon. Hardest would have been Tyrion or Jon. Zen, all I'm gonna say is, you hold on to that. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me refresh, because when I looked the first time, we had just a heartbreaker, like an actual heartbreaker. Hold on, let me get back to it because it was a close one. Oh boy. Okay, all right, never mind. All right, you're gonna get 3 more minutes, and then we're gonna start to progress. I'm gonna reveal all of the winners. I'm curious though. Out of all of like the 4 brackets, who do you guys think? Because the major 4 would be like this one. Who do you think's making out of all 4? Like, if I had to give you my guess, I would say it's either going to be whoever wins this one, so either Stannis or Littlefinger, and then over here maybe Dany. I think so. Those 3 would really be big ones. Assured access. I always see you doing your Victarion. That's why I specifically made a Victarion video for you. But you better get in there and vote for your Victarion. Let's go, Arya. She has an easy round 1 match. Easy. You could just do the Tyrells, or not Tyrells, Targaryens as well. Yeah, that's another good one. That is another good one. Yeah, leave out Aegon. I mean, you know what's funny? Aegon is not my favorite Targaryen. He's not really my He's not really my favorite Targaryen. I guess a lot of people would probably put him as their favorite Targaryen, but he's not. He's not my favorite. I don't know, Jim. I don't know because I had a little hiccup there for a second. Because there are a lot of people on this channel that are big Dany supporters. Okay, I just moved the Dany thing. I don't know how to move that back up. Oh well. There are a lot of Dany fans on this channel, I've noticed. So, oh, that's actually really good. If it ends up being Young Griff versus Dany, that's a good match. That's a good one. Here to represent House Greyjoy's best interests. Zen book. My favorite is probably, out of all of the Targaryens, probably Rhaenyra. I think Rhaenyra is my favorite Targaryen. Dany's always a solid one. I would say I like Daemon. I just like the Targaryens in the Dance of the Dragons era. So I would say they're probably my favorites. Jaehaerys is a good one though. Aegon's a good one. Visenya is a good one. There's a lot of good ones. All right, one more minute. So get your votes in, and then we're going to reveal who is winning all of these brackets. And I'm going to get ready because the winner I'm going to highlight. That's kind of how I determined on who's going to win. And then let me know what you guys think. Should I type them in? Like, type them in and, like, who moves on? Or should I just go with the highlight thing all the way through? Well, I guess I wouldn't work the deeper I got into the tournament. So I'm just going to highlight. Have you read the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms? Haven't seen any videos about it. It's so good. I see a lot of people have seen the last novella and foreshadowing of the Black Horse. I actually haven't. That's something I want to read. I just haven't gotten to it. That's something I definitely want to read, though, especially for the channel and stuff like that. Type them in. Yeah, I was thinking that. It's just going to take a little bit longer, which is fine. We can, we'll talk about whatever while I'm typing stuff in. Fear me, I have a potato. Dude, potatoes are dangerous, okay? You can do all sorts of things with potatoes. Let's be honest. Okay, get your guys' votes in, and then I'm going to reveal who is winning. I guess this is gonna stay open through the whole stream. I don't remember how to close these. I haven't used these since high school, but we're gonna go through them. Okay, so first matchup. You guys can type them in. You can still get your votes in as I'm like going through these because it'll still count. I'll refresh them, but I'm gonna go through the ones that aren't even close. So the first one we had was Asha Greyjoy versus Jorah Mormont. Okay, so the winner is, and it wasn't really close, which I kind of thought it'd be a little closer, but it really wasn't close. It was like 70% to 30%, is Asha Greyjoy. So I'm gonna highlight. I guess we'll do light blue. I'm just gonna let me get my highlight tool out. Highlight. We're gonna do some highlighting here. Asha Greyjoy was the one to make it through. So we'll just put Asha there. And then that is that. So Asha moved on. This looks really ugly, but I am not very artistic. So Asha, she won match 1. I feel like that one wasn't really a surprise. I just thought it might be a little closer. But Asha did win round 1, so she will move on. Actually, it's 71% now for Asha. Somebody else voted for. Catelyn versus Gilly. This one was not close. This one was a blowout. Like, I mean, absolute blowout. Resounding win for Catelyn. It was like 85% to 14. That one was just, there was no competition. So we're gonna write Cat. We'll be moving on. So Catelyn versus Asha will be our round 2 matchup. And then Theon versus Ramsay. Now this is the one that I'm very surprised on, right? I thought this one might be a little closer. I know we have those Ramsay like supporters. I don't know why, but we do. But Theon won the vote, another 85 to 14%. So Theon moves on. Let me see if you guys have anything to say before I do that. I know, poor George. And that's what I'm saying, Matthew. I thought he was gonna make it. I thought it might be a little closer, but it wasn't. It just wasn't happening. Okay, we're gonna highlight. So good old Theon moves on. He gets he gets some. Hold on. Why didn't that? Why do I have to drag it way over? That's stupid. But Theon gets the dub over Ramsey. You know, you hate to see that. You know, for people that like Ramsey, you hate to see that. But Theon, you know, he's gotten out of being Reek. He's now Theon once again. Oh no, I had Ramsey. Yeah, Zen. It be like that. Okay, there's a couple. There's a couple heartbreakers here. Ramsey, I wonder how he. Hey, Ramsey does not. He don't tell his secrets. Okay, he keeps them close to the chest. All right, our next matchup was Rhaegar or the Hound. Okay, I thought this one might be a little closer. You guys did not think so. You guys picked the Hound resoundingly 71%, 28.6%. Again, this one was not really close. If you put Reek, then maybe I would understand. You know what? That's fair. But the good old Hound moves on. He's got a long name, okay? We're definitely shortening this to the Hound, but Sandor was the inevitable winner. We're going to add some text there. We're just going to put the Hound to shorten it up a little. How do I get off this? Okay, thank you. All right, we have Khal Drogo versus Bronn. I didn't really know to pick on this one. I mean, I think this is easily the closest one, though. I will say, out of all of the ones we've done, this was the closest one so far. Bronn wins at a 57% win percentage. So, rip my guy Khal Drogo, the guy who got killed by a boo-boo. He's out of here. Out of here. I know he likes his sausage, Matthew. The Hound, yep. Without Rhaegar, we don't have the fight in the Song of the Ice and Fire. Come on, guys. Hey, I'll be honest, then. I was there with you. I think I would have picked the Hound on that, or not the Hound, the Rhaegar on that one, or not. Whoa. What am I doing? What am I doing? Stop. How do I? Oh shit. Well, I don't know how to remove this. We're gonna. That's not what I wanted. Isn't there an undo button here? Am I stupid? No undo button? Guys, I might be stupid. Do you guys see a... Well, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to give Khal... There we go. There we go. I thought the erase button was just going to screw it all up. All right, so Bronn ended up winning round 1. So Bronn is going to go on. Bronn has moved on. Robb versus Cersei. Y'all, I think, broke my heart on this one. I'm not sure who won it. Maybe it switched, but for the whole time, it was Go Bronn. I have a feeling Robb will win, or yeah, which is blasphemy. Bronn will make final 8. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, but let's see. So, Robb Stark or Cersei? I thought Robb was gonna win this one easy. I thought he had this one in the bag. Okay, he didn't. Cersei won 63%. So, you guys like that psycho bitch for some reason, but Cersei, you know what I will say though, Cersei does have the better story. Okay, if we're gonna go off that and not favorite characters, Cersei has the better story. I'll admit I ain't gonna shy away. She's got a good story, and we're gonna move this up a little. All right, there we go. All right, so Cersei won, breaking my heart. Okay. It broke my heart because Robb is my second favorite character in the books, and he got toasted. All right, he got toasted. Robb is my favorite character in the show, but he didn't make it. He didn't make it. All right, Edmure or Mace Tyrell. This one went to Edmure. Rip Mace Tyrell. All right, our Tyrells. Not off to a good start. Not off to a great start. Olenna's also not in this. I just realized that Olenna's not in this, which is unfortunate, but she's just not named that much. I don't think Olenna's in here, right? Yeah, she's not in here. That's crazy. That's crazy to think Mace Tyrell is named more than Olenna. It's because of all the Cersei's POV chapters, but it's just crazy to think about. So Edmure, he secured the bag, something he doesn't do very often. Okay. I made a video on this, right? People clown on Edmure too much. Like, Edmure's actually genuinely not a bad dude, but, you know. She's fun to read. She tries to play the Game of Thrones while she makes every wrong move. Yeah, it's fair enough. Did you notice no one with the letter R is passing through? Robb was the best. hey, we might have a trend that continues there, Jairus. That's all I'm gonna say. That's right, King of the North. Mace is the definition of failing upward. That's fair enough. Fair enough. So this is actually this was a little bit of a surprise for me because when we first started, like the first 10 votes for this, Robert Baratheon was winning on John versus Robert, but it actually equaled out a little bit, and John won at 56%. So it was a close one. John barely got through. Barely got through. So John makes it through. Rip Robert Baratheon. You don't like to see it, but John has made it. Actually, I gotta put Jon Snow because we have a lot of John. Well, we have 2 Johns. And then we need to move this. Hold on. Let me move this a little so people can see it. Jon versus Edmure. Okay, Edmure is gonna get smoked next round. Let's be honest. Crazy idea for another video. Mainly aimed to nerd out my GF. D&D alignment classes for the game. Ooh, that would be cool. That'd be cool. I won't lie. That'd be a cool idea. King in the North? Jaehaerys. Is he the King in the North? Not Bobby B. I know. Bobby B got smoked. Round 1, he got smoked. Like, honestly, it's... Can we get a rip Bobby B in chat? Like, Eve, I would agree. Olenna is the best. Like, that is genuinely unfortunate. Tywin absolutely smoke showed Euron in the next one. It's 74% to like 26. Not even close. Like, not even remotely close. I saw this one coming, but it's just unfortunate because Euron is a really good character. It's just when you get put up against Tywin, round 1, like, what do you expect? I mean, you're just not beating Tywin round 1. Illyrio versus Arya. Do I even bother looking at it? Like, genuinely, do I even bother? This target strikes back on Robert. Yep. Bobby B was great in the show. He was great in the show. Honestly, one of the better actors in the first season. Illyrio versus Arya. Okay, so guys. I don't know which one of y'all was memeing, okay? Let me know in the chat if this was you. One person voted for Arya. One. So let me, or not Arya, voted for Illyrio. One person here voted for Illyrio is better than Arya. Let me know in the chat who did it. Who did it? You're getting exposed. I don't know what you be smoking the good stuff, okay? We need some of that, okay? Maybe it was an Illyrio pity post or pity vote, because I need whoever voted for. Or oh my god, I did it again. Arya won, okay? But like, one of y'all voted for Illyrio over Arya, and this needs to be. I don't know who did it, okay? We got to figure this one out. All right. Someone needs to get exposed because y'all be drunk. All right, that one's done. Moving on to Bran versus Mance. Okay. God, so was strong. Not I. You better not have, Jim. You better not have. You're one of like the people I remember from like very early in the channel. Okay, it would be a disappointment, a travesty. You voted for Illyrio over Arya. Okay, Bran versus Mance. Another interesting. Bran versus Mance was surprisingly very close. Now, you guys may know Bran is one of my least favorite characters. I don't like Bran. I don't like reading Bran. I don't like Bran, okay, in general. And thankfully, he got smoked by Mance round 1. It wasn't really smoked. It was 54% to like 45. It's 46% actually, if you want to be technical about it. But I don't know. Mance secured the dub. He secured it. I'm proud of Mance. Why did the highlight change? I'm just confused. Like, what happened? Text only. Yes. Like what? Okay, I don't even know what just happened there, but that was weird. That was just weird. All right, Mance secured the dub. Moving on, we have Maester Luwin against Sansa. This one, yeah, Luwin got smoked. I mean, let's be honest. There was just no way. Like, Bran and Winterfell, yeah, okay. That's actually a really, yeah. Cal, that is a, yeah. That's what I would say, too. I just remember all the stuff from Bran that I don't like. And I would say at Winterfell, he's pretty good. But outside of that, yeah, he's pretty meh. So Sansa gave good old Lewin the smoke show. And Sansa's moving on. I really don't feel like, that one, is a huge upset or anything. I think that one's pretty solid. We have some interesting matchups going into this on this bracket here, particularly Tywin versus Arya. That's pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie. I love you. I love Bran. He's paralyzed, becomes the most powerful. You know what? That's fair enough. That is fair enough, Natasha. That is fair enough. Number one is Tywin Lannister. You know what? I can't fault you for that opinion. Gendry ends up beating Jojen 58% to 42%. So Gendry, I'm proud one of the Baratheons at least got through. I'm proud of you. So hold that. Also, Jojen got put into a paste. So does he really deserve to get on? Go on. He just, let's be honest, guys. He got eaten. He got eaten by Bran. Okay. Even if you don't believe in the theory, he got eaten. Okay. People don't like Bran. Tucker, I'm not a Bran fan. Okay. Rick, I will be Matthew. I agree. I think Rickon is more interesting than Bran. Like, until Bran starts being impactful in the story, then you know what's nice though? I made a video about this. I don't think Bran is going to be like a main POV anymore because of all the knowledge he has. I just think he can't be a POV anymore, right? It's kind of like giving Littlefinger or Varys like a POV. He just can't, because he's gonna get all of this knowledge that it's gonna be impossible to be in his head, in my opinion. All right, Jon Con versus Tommen. I should have put Tommen and Sir Pounce, but because I didn't, Jon Con just mowed Tommen down. Okay, Tommen, he didn't have a good. He just got done dirty. Okay, Jon Con is moving on. We're just gonna put Jon Con again. Hold on, I'm trying to move it. It's not letting me move it, bro. There we go. All right. Next, we have Mel versus Quentin. I'm kind of intrigued to see where this one went. You should watch Game of Thrones unbiased review by Dova Hathi. It's really fun. Maybe I will look into it. I'm having two of my friends who have never read the books going in, and we're watching the show. We're in the middle of season 6, and they're right about to get to the back part of the show. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. But Mel won over Quentin by 2 votes. 2 votes. Mel took it over Quentin. So Quentin, just like in the books, gets smoked. Literally gets smoked. Legitimately, he needs to just stay away from fire. Okay? First it was Dany's dragons, and now Mel just sacrificed them, Not what you like to see. Quentin goes down once again. All right. Can the Tyrells secure a dub? Can they secure it? Okay. That is the question. And Marge does get the dub. Okay. The Tyrells, they took a W here. So we're gonna give it a nice little highlight. Marjorie, she made it in. Unfortunate, the Mad King, I feel like we should maybe, he should have gone on, maybe he's misunderstood. He's not misunderstood at all, but maybe, maybe. Okay, moving on to the other side of the bracket. We have Myrcella versus Victarion. This is going to be an interesting one because Assured Axis, if we don't get a Victarion win here, okay, you're gonna be pissed. Hey, we talking Thrones? Of course we're talking Thrones, Robert. Well, why wouldn't we? And by the way, guys, with that being said, Victarion did end up beating Myrcella. Wasn't close at all, but yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little scare that maybe Myrcella would have won. Victarion does end up getting the dub though. Put Victarion down. Victarion with the win. Let me scoot this over a little. It's kind of in the way. Okay, let's put that there. Danny versus Lysa, just because I kind of already saw it, I'm just going to go ahead and do what we know. Danny won this one without losing a single vote. Okay. Danny just got the full sweep. Now it's Danny versus Victarion. Okay. That's going to be another interesting one. But Marcella is go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No. See, here's the thing, though. How do we vote for the second one? Natasha, well, I'm going to put up another one. I'm just going to have to type it, so it might take a little bit, but I'm going to do another one. I'm going to put that one in the chat, and then you guys can vote for that as well. Like, share, and subscribe. That is correct, Robert. That is the spirit we like to see. Also, if you guys wanted to check out the Instagram and the Twitter, that's also in the description. Actually, I don't know if it's in the description, but it's on the banner if you want to check that out as well. Victarion wins chapters was really good. I agree. One thing about the Mad King theory that I liked is that he has to do with Bran, and that Bran is taking control of mine like he do. That's actually a really good theory, and I kind of want to do a video on that in the future. But yeah, Jon Arryn versus Balon's an interesting one. Jon Arryn won just because Balon Greyjoy's a shithead and nobody likes him. I'm sorry, dude. I hate Balon Greyjoy. He is just an idiot. Like, genuinely just a moron. I'm doing a video that's going to come out in like 2 weeks. Fuck. Did the wrong thing again. Okay. I'm doing a video on how the Greyjoys could have possibly won the War of the Five Kings. Very similar to the Robb Stark video I did. If you haven't seen that one, I would watch. That was a pretty good video. About kind of how Robb could have won. And it's based upon like Balon Greyjoy, what he could have done better. And that's going to be coming out next week. But it's just, he literally took the worst possible option. The worst possible option. Yeah, I've heard that, and there's a good theory on it. Jason Jacobs' series on time traveling Bran is really good too. Yeah, I've seen those. I just never watch them for some reason. I don't know. Sometimes Preston Jacobs just, he gets wild with it, and I'm just like, I don't know if I really, you know, agree with it. I don't like Bran becoming king. Well, see, I don't like Bran as king either, but I could see how George would do it, and it would make sense for George. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to happen. So, Young Griff versus Davos. I think this is probably one of the best matchups. And sadly, I'm kind of surprised, but this was actually a smoke show. Like, Young Griff, he had 33% of the vote. Davos had 66%. So, Young Griff gets first rounded. Not what you like to see. But Davos does take the bread here. He is going to move on. I personally think I would have gone Aegon or Young Griff in that one. But I also see why you guys would have went Davos as well. He is one of my top 10 favorite characters, so I definitely see that. Okay, moving on. We have Janos versus Walder Frey. Two great human beings. Like, honestly, if there was like awards in A Song of Ice and Fire where they handed out best people of the year, I genuinely think these two would be up for contention every single year. And the fact that, you know, Jon kills him, or kills Janos, just a travesty. But Walder Frey didn't end up winning. I think you guys made the right choice there. I think Walder Frey is just more of an interesting character, personally. But that is what ended up happening. So Walder, he moves on. Our favorite man moves on. I'm very interested to see how you guys voted for Joffrey. Don't underestimate. You know what? I shouldn't have underestimated him. I was worried for my boy Seaworth. Yep. Preston's idea definitely can fix, but until Wins is out, I'm content watching what he can. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, that's okay. So let me know what you guys think. People in the comments right now. Somebody recommended me to do a review of one of Preston Jacobs' series. It wasn't that one. It was a different one, I think. About his Winds of Winter, I guess, series or fan fiction. Would you guys like to see that? Where it's just a video where I basically react to one of his videos and give my thoughts on his actual theory? Because, again, I haven't actually watched it. So it would be my genuine, like, feelings to it. I absolutely love Jon beheading. Well, I did too. I'm just being dramatic. Davos should feed Daenerys some onions. That's a good idea. Maybe that's how they get taken down, okay? Because she needs to be taken down a peg. All right. Joffrey versus Tormund. You guys voted for Joffrey. Okay, so you guys went with the way I would have answered because I think Joffrey is a much better character, but as like who do you like more? It's like it's definitely a Tormund, but when you go off of like who is the actual better character, it's Joffrey. So Joff versus Walder Frey. That's an interesting one. Okay, that is I think that's a really good one. Pod versus Loras. I don't even honestly know how to feel about that one. President Jacob's Dornish master plan series is really interesting. I could do that one. Crazy question. How uncomfortable is the Iron Fight? That thing has got to be so uncomfortable. Okay? Like, genuinely has to be so uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's got to be really uncomfortable. Really close one in the next match, but Podrick ended up beating Loras. I thought that's what was going to happen, but it was real close. Like, it was 2 votes off. But Pod did go on. Dude, the Tyrells are taking all the L's. All of the L's. Okay, guys. Joffrey did nothing wrong. Exactly. Okay, he was a kid put into power way too quickly. You know, it wasn't his fault. That's why he is in the Grease Goblins banner. He's in our banner. Okay, so was he really that bad? I'm just saying. Okay, the match I've been waiting for the most. To see who would win. Now, you guys scared me for a little while because Stannis versus Littlefinger was 50-50 for like the good like 5 minutes that this was open for the first 5. And you guys had it 50-50. I wasn't sure who was going to win. But you guys came to your senses and you picked Stannis over Littlefinger at like 68%. So it definitely got the gap got wider. Okay. Tyrell, yeah. A king should never sit east. I think this was egg on the counter. Yeah. Beheaded Ned. Who's Ned? Who's Ned? Who's this Ned guy you're talking about? Who are you guys talking about? Okay, I don't know any Neds, dude. What? Joffrey did nothing wrong. Okay, guy was just. You know, he had some mental issues going on. He didn't get the help that he needed, and that's what happens. Okay? That's what happens. Don't be like Joffrey. Get help if you need it. Okay? That's your advice of the day. Don't be like Joffrey. Okay, Brienne versus Varys. Another fantastic match. That's right. The one true king, my guys. Joffrey is horrible. I much prefer Ramsay. Ramsay, did he do anything wrong either? That's a good question. Because, you know, Theon kind of deserved it. But at the same time, it was pretty brutal. So, you know. Now, this is the closest match we have of the first round. It is separated by one singular vote. Brienne versus Varys. One vote is all that separated this one. Brienne took it by one vote. One vote. Jordan, it was very sad. I blame the randomizer, okay? I blame the randomizer. I didn't do it, okay? Do you guys think I would have put my beloved Stannis in such a hard match round 1? If it was up to me, he'd have been playing against Illyrio. But apparently, there's someone out there that likes Illyrio more than Arya, so... Y'all are wild. That's all I'm going to say. Wild, I tell you. But Brienne did take the dub over Varys. Sam over Pycelle is another one. That's another one. That's pretty. Ramsay did nothing wrong. Exactly, Matthew. Littlefinger was the reason the series started. Jordan, that is... Again, I understand why you would pick Littlefinger. But here's the thing. Stannis is my boy. Okay? So... She got my vote in there. Jim, you helped her thwart Varys. Both of the spy masters, two of the most influential characters in the entire book series or show, gone one round. Gone. You know, if they think about it, God is an edgy teen drama since they were aged up in the TV. That is actually true. That's technically true. I see there are heathens in the chat not praising. That is correct, Billy Bob. Ramsay was a better John. He did what he had to do to be. You know what, Robert? That's true. That's true. You know what? Ramsay's just a realist. Okay, he's just a realist. Sam versus Pycelle. Pycelle got one singular vote. Someone out there really does not like Sam. Someone out there really did not like Sam, but Sam made it through. Oh, I forgot to write them down. Hold on, I forgot to write them down. All right, Brienne, you made it. And then just I don't know if that fixes it. Sam gets through. Jamie versus Eamon. I can't see that this was a close one, but let's look. Who won? You know, 3 people voted for Eamon, which is very surprising to me. I'm very surprised anyone voted for Eamon, but Stannis is the one true king and all, though. I don't think he will ever sit the Iron Throne. He's the one of the best characters. I agree. Bowen and Co did nothing wrong. Jon broke his vows. See, Billy Bob, I did a video with that kind of sentiment. It got a lot of pushback, so I'm gonna hold my opinion on that. Not really. I don't know. Like, I understand what Jon was trying to do. I just think he went about it the completely wrong way. I think he went wrong. Yeah. Now, Bowen Marsh, I'm not gonna say they were innocent because they had a lot of like racial just problems with the wildlings, which it's kind of justified, but it kind of ain't. Like, you know, because you know, not everybody is that way. But I see why Bowen Marsh had that kind of sentiment. Tyrion versus Renly, again, another one I don't think is going to be close. But let's see here. True, but no. Stannis is one of my favorite characters. One thing I found funny in the show, the actor who plays Ramsay, he auditioned for the... Yes, that is so funny. That is so funny that, like, I think it's Ewan Rion. I think it's the person that plays Ramsay. Actually went for Jon. That was really cool. I didn't like Stannis. He doesn't like brothels. That's a problem. You know what? Maybe, you know, in that world, that actually is a problem because you get so much, like, revenue through the brothels where if he was to ban them, you would lose so much revenue and the people. You'd lose the people so quickly. My guy Renly got 1 vote. Unfortunate, but Tyrion moves on. I think this was inevitable. I think I wanted to see Renly go a little further, but it just wasn't. It didn't make really any sense for him to go any further. So Tyrion, he makes it through. Tyrion versus Jaime round 2 is insane. That's insane. Okay, that is legitimately insane that that's a round 2 matchup. Dany will burn Volantis. What do you think about this theory? I could see it. Okay, this is my big problem with Daenerys. Because if we go off of the season's logic, right, of how the seasons did it, and the seasons, it was just like, I'm trying to think. So basically, it's the same as in the books in season 5, technically, where she just goes to, actually, I'm not going to spoil this because I know somebody might be in the chat, but more or less, I think with how the pacing of the books are, I don't know how much Daenerys can do in Essos. Because realistically, Daenerys needs to be at least landing or sailing to Westeros by the end of Winds. She has to at least be coming over. Okay? So, does she have time to burn Volantis? I don't know. Because in reality, I think half the book is going to be spent on the Dothraki kind of plot going on with Daenerys. And then I think Daenerys, after that's going to come back. She has to set a precedent for who's going to rule Meereen, figure all that stuff out, and then sail. So unless it's a thing they do at the very beginning of, or something George is the very beginning of A Dream of Spring, I don't think so. I wish Tormund made it so he could go up against the big lady. That's fair enough. Hold this pre-hand chop or post-hand chop. Jaime and is this pre-Chaisha confession Tyrion or post? Hey. You do whatever you want, okay? This is you guys voting, okay? You do whatever you want. Also, Tormund Joffrey. I don't know. I mean, by the way, Sean Payne, I do believe Varys is better than Brienne. I will agree. I agree with you on that. Tormund over Joffrey. I think Joffrey has a better character, and impacts the story more. So that's why I would have, but all right, let's get back into this, okay? We got to hurry this up here. Jorah or the Mountain? Jorah just destroyed the Mountain. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like we're not gonna talk that much about this. The Mountain, nobody likes the Mountain. Okay, like he's whatever, you know, he's whatever. He's a worse version of the Hound. That's what he is. So Jorah, actually, you know what? Jorah's kind of a weird dude in the books too. So that's just kind of an L match, honestly. Beric versus Barristan. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, so let's see what do we got here. Whoa, we got a lot of comments to read. Hold on. I gotta go back up. Let's start a petition to recategorize God books to the teen drama section in the library and bookstores. You know what? I'd be down. Danny is one big reason wins is Jordan. I actually agree with you. I think Danny is the hardest character to write in the next book. Is it bad that Dance the Dragons literally made me not care about Danny whatsoever? Like I could care less. I'm more focused on Fagon. I think a lot of people were like that with Danny. I just think Danny, and I personally like Danny in that book because I like seeing her. Brainnet, what are these lineups? So they're randomized, personally. Like they have no like bracket style. I just put them into a randomizer, a list of the top 64 like in order of who had the most like names, and then I just put it into a randomizer and let it go. So I had no personal bias on this at all. That's just what happened. It's unfortunate the Sanderson Littlefinger was down that far. Also I think there's 4 PVs and SOs right now, so she can make quite fast in the book. That is true. Love Torment. That is correct. The Mormonts, they went for 50% in this first round. Barristan, Jorah in the show. That is exactly right, Billy Bob. Sean Payne. I hope Barristan wins as well. Let's take a look. Barristan actually smoked Beric. Like it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. I was kind of hoping that would happen. Because Beric just he is not over Barristan. He's not. So Barristan makes it. He is going to play Jorah. That's kind of an interesting one, but I think Barristan's probably going to take it. Maybe not. Maybe you guys disagree. Roose versus the Blackfish. Now, 2 incredibly impactful characters, but we'll see. The second Dany decided to stay among this is voluntary and make her own army and herself sick for no reason, basically as a PR and love was it for me. I was out of fair enough. I mean, I don't like Daenerys like that much as a character. She's not one of my favorite characters. But I did think that was some of the better Dany stuff, was her ruling and all that. But yeah. Barristan the badass, I agree 100%. Now, Roose versus Blackfish is interesting. Because if we look at the 2 characters, I think Roose is, for me, a more intriguing character. But the Blackfish is more of a favorite character. So it's weird for me to pick this one, and I think it's actually a secretly very hard decision for me. But I will say the Blackfish did end up winning. And I definitely can see why you guys chose the Blackfish. Something that I disliked really heavily from the show is how they minimized the Blackfish's role. Because you have to think, in the books, the Blackfish is heavily involved with all of Robb Stark's... I can't type. All of Robb Stark's plans. And in the show... he really wasn't. Like, he was just kind of there. Like, you know what I mean? Roose all day, Mr. Dracula. Yep, unfortunate he did not make it. I did like Dany in the East, but I think it's about, yeah, I agree, Matthew. I agree. I think if George was to do 3 books, he could really, like, heavily go into Dany's, like, stuff and invading all of the rest of Essos, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Barristan fight scene at the end of Dance against the Pit Fight are definitely one of the best scenes in the books. I agree. A really great, great scene in general from the books. Kevin versus Ned is our last match. I don't think this is going to be close. Yeah, I think Ned is the only character to get a 100%. No, Dany got 100% as well. So Dany and Ned, the only 2 out of the first round that ended up getting an 100% win rate. Which I definitely understand, and I definitely would have picked Ned as well. I think Kevin is a cool character, but he just didn't have enough like book time to really get anywhere. But I definitely had caps to that, but it just didn't. All right, so from what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly create a new one, and then we're going to vote on the next round. This will be round 2. Let me know what you guys think about round 1. How do you guys think? Stannis has such an easy path the next few rounds. Yeah, he really does, honestly. Until we have, like, this matchup here, which is probably going to be Daenerys or Davos. It's a pretty easy one in my opinion. Yes, my guy Kevin had 0%. At least he didn't die in an alley. Dude, that still pisses me off. Like, it still pisses me off. That scene is one of the top 5 worst scenes in the entire show. Blackfist, he should have been POV and Clash would have been a perfect. You know what? That is actually a great idea. Because I always complain that we never get an insight into Rob's camp when Catelyn's not there. I think the Blackfish would have been a great POV. That's actually a really good idea. Poor Kevin. Yeah, what's the chance that Georgia is writing both? So, a lot of people have thought that, and I think... So, my big thing here, Zen, is that when George is writing wins, it's going to make Dream of Spring a lot easier. Because the thing that I think is taking wins so much longer is that he has to get all these characters kind of condensed, and he has to eliminate a lot of POVs and get them into one spot. And it's very difficult to do that with how that's going. Like we just talked about with Dany. She's super hard with all the POV characters going there and coming back. So, yeah. Kevin is Tywin's understory. Yes, that is correct. Blackfish, the best Tully. Yeah, I would agree. I don't like the toys that much, to be honest. Random questions, thoughts on the Telltale game of Game of Thrones. I'll be honest, I don't really like the Telltale game series in general because I feel like they really don't have that many consequences. I've looked at the playthroughs, and it really doesn't feel like there's that much variation in those. But I don't know. But yeah, no, Zen Book, I would say I don't think he's actually writing them like while at the same time. I just think him writing wins and finishing wins will make Dream of Spring a lot easier to actually do. Can I still vote? I mean, for this round, it won't matter, but for next round, you can. I mean, you can if you want to, just to cast your vote. Yeah, I overall got the wins for the brackets. Love to see that. When is round 2? I am going to be typing them out right now. So I will say comments. I'm not going to read you as much right now because I do have to make this really quick. So I won't be answering as many comments right now because I do have to make the next one, which shouldn't take as long because there's not as many characters. The reason I did that one before the stream started was because that was going to take a ton of time to do. So give me a couple minutes. And then I will get that done. Hold on, I gotta sign into my other Google so I can actually do it. Okay. Google Forms, yeah. So, blank form, create and share. Okay, so, this is going to be round 2. And then let me pull this up side by side. Actually, okay. Nah, I'm going to just do it this way. I was thinking about doing it a different way, but I'm just going to do it this way, and we'll just do that. Asha or Catelyn. That's an interesting matchup. I won't even lie. That's a really interesting one, because personally, I don't like Catelyn. So it becomes really interesting on the idea of you guys going for the more impactful character, the one you like the most. Because I do think that is an interesting way, or an interesting one in my opinion. Theon versus the Hound is another cool one. I really like both of these. Both of these matchups I think are really good and could go either way. I'm not sure who you guys are going to pick on that one, but I'm interested. Hound. This is very annoying because... Okay, actually, never mind. I figured it out how to do the split screen. Okay. Bronn versus Cersei. I think that one might be one-sided. But we'll see. Seeing as though Rob got beat by Cersei, I would hope you guys would pick Cersei, but maybe you're not. Maybe you guys like Bronn more. We have Edmure versus Jon. We have some good ones and some stinkers. I think we're having a couple stinkers here, but okay. Maybe Edmure makes it. You know, this was a really good round for the Tullys. They did really well, just in general. Tywin versus Arya. That is a heartbreaker, because both of those characters are top tier. But I'm interested who you guys think is going to win. By the way, I will say thank you guys for making us a YouTube partner. We are now in the YouTube partner program. We got verified for that a couple days ago, so I want to say thank you guys for that as well. I believe this is the first upload we've done since being partnered, so yeah. Mance versus Sansa, that's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. By the way, if you're just joining the stream, I am making round 2 as we speak. I'm about... I'm close to halfway done, so I'll be putting this in the stream chat as soon as I am done. Gendry versus John Conn's, that's another kind of interesting one. Because both of them kind of have limited, like, book knowledge or books time, I guess. But they're both very intriguing characters, so it'll be interesting to see who wins that one as well. Mel or Marge is another interesting one. I'm not sure who you guys are gonna pick on that one. Why did it change? Okay, there we go. Do that. Mel, Marge. Okay. Let me flip to the other side, and then we're gonna get this done, and then I'll be putting that out there for you guys. Victarion versus Danny. That could be a surprise one, just knowing kind of the audience. I do feel like there are a decent amount of people in the chat that are not the biggest fans of Danny like me. But we'll see who wins. Arion, Danny. I don't know if you guys were ever had to be like a school aide, but I did this for one of my teachers, and I love that teacher, by the way. But I had to do this all the time, where I would be typing in like quizzes and stuff like that, or making quizzes up for like class, and this is giving me awful flashbacks. So John Aaron versus Davos, I don't think is gonna be close either. But maybe it is. I don't think you guys are going to have that one be close, but Walder versus Joffrey's another interesting one. Walder, Joff. Okay. And then who else we have? We have Pod versus... Oh, that's a... I'm sorry, Stan. Or not Stan, it's Pod. That is a rough draw. I mean, to be fair... Pod probably shouldn't have even made it through round 1. Like, as in, like, if you put him in a lot of other ones, he wouldn't have made it. But, yeah. Brienne versus Sam. That is a very intriguing one. And to be completely honest, Brienne's kind of had a gauntlet so far. Like, she has had a gauntlet. 2 Big Ten characters. Not really an easy matchup either way. Jaime or Tyrion is the one I'm looking forward to the most, because I genuinely have no idea who you guys are going to pick for that one. I'm not even sure who I would pick in that scenario. I'm trying to think about it, but... Okay, we have 2 more to go, and then I'll be putting this in the Discord. Not Discord, the chat. If you guys wanted to be part of the Discord, that is also on the banner, or it is in the description as well, I believe. Dora, Barristan. And then the last one we've got is going to be Blackfish versus Ned. All right, Blackfish. And then Ned. All right. All right, that is going to be saved. I'm going to send this thing in the chat. All right, so guys, look in the chat. I'm going to be putting it in right now. Boom. There you guys go. I'm going to put this as the pinned comment. All right, there you guys go. So there you guys go for round 2. Get all your votes in. Very important round if you want to keep a character in you like Jaime or Tyrion. Huge match for them. Tywin and Arya. Make sure you guys get your things in. All right, let me go up here. I missed a lot of comments, so let me go up a little. Where did I stop here? Why didn't Bloodraven make the list? So Sean, he actually isn't named very often, so that's why. He was like, even when I was doing a top 100, I don't think he was in it because he's just not named that often. But we could definitely do this again one night, and we could put in other characters that you guys want to see coming in. Zen book, I don't know if you heard me, but round 2 is up now right now, so good on that. I really like the Borderlands Telltale games and Season 1 to Walking Dead games. Love to see that. I actually haven't played any of the Telltale games. I've watched a lot of playthroughs on them, but yeah. Can you vote for Obama? No. Unless he makes an opinion or appearance in the next book. No. It's 3 a.m. here, L. This will be my last round, I think. Sounds good. And my guy, you are up late. Or woman, whichever. Or whatever. Whatever you identify. You know, as you're doing great. You're doing great. Reek, his name is Reek. Jordan, that's true. His name is Reek. Kat should be a Lannister because of the amount of stupid things she did. That's true. That's true. I think Asha heading for the plank and wins of winter. That might be true. I don't know. I think Asha is all right, to be honest. Round 2 fighting. Wait, wrong franchise. That's correct. Book Edmure, show Edmure. Billy Bob, that's correct. Sporting John Con all the way. Wait. Assured access. You come into all of these polls, and whenever I do any of them, you come into the live stream, you say Victorian, and you're voting for Danny. We'll remember that. Well, I'll remember that. That's all I'm gonna say. So you not like Danny, or do you not like how she is still in Essos? I just don't like Danny that much, if you want me to be honest, because I just feel like she's always a break chapter from the things I'm really intrigued in. Like, I'm very intrigued in Westeros, and then you go over to Danny, and like Danny is just not impactful to the story for the most part at all. So, and I just don't relate to Danny. Like, I think Danny is still a great character, right? If like, honestly, I still think Danny is a great character. I have no problem if you love her character. But to me, she's just not one of the characters I enjoy. Yeah. Both chat and Grease. Well, Jordan, there's your question. Why did that just go all the way down? Jamie, best character? I can get behind that. Oh, okay. I like Danny, but I don't really support. That's kind of how I feel, honestly. If you do another one with characters not on this bracket, Oberyn would win. That is true, actually. If I did characters that are not on the list, Oberyn would probably win. You must know your name. That is true. John voted. That was evil to put Barristan and Jorah and Jamie and Tyrion against each other. Yeah, that... Hey. All right? Don't hate me. Hate the randomizer. We could also do a bracket with, like, the best animals. I think that would be a small one. But, dude, Sir Pounce is winning. I don't care what you say. Ghost is the best boy, but Sir Pounce would be taking the dub. Okay? It wouldn't even be close. Like, a Sir Pounce would smoke you all. Round 2 already has 21 responses. Damn. All right. All right, guys. By the way, I haven't really been checking the viewership at all, but this is easily the most views I've ever had on a live stream. I did like live streaming for a while. Like I would like live stream every day for like 6 months. And I'm back on my old channel. It was like a gaming channel. And yeah. So I don't know. I think my vote is cast. It hit submit, but it saved my answers when I went back the first time. The second time it didn't. I'm not sure, Matthew. I'm not sure, to be completely honest. What do you think about Sansa working birds in the later books? I don't think so. Even though she is called like the little dove and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see it because my problem with Sansa is she is the least Stark-like. Like that's just kind of her role, I feel like. Yeah. Who is your most forgettable character in A Song of Ice and Fire, side characters included? Or my favorite most that's so tough because if they're like a favorite, I tend not to forget about. Let me think about that. Let me think about that. Also, Yoren sadly did not make the top 64 on most like mentioned in the books. Favorite side character that's very forgettable. Dude, I can't. That is such a tough question because I'm trying to give a good answer of a character that I forget a lot, but that is a character I like. like a character I was thinking about was like the Great John, but I don't think he's very forgettable. But he's like one of my favorite side characters. Even though he is stupid, and I still think he's stupid for the way he, um, you know, Strong Bellis not making the that is a tragedy. That is a tragedy. That is a tragedy. I won't lie. Let me think about that. I'm really trying to think about that question and give you a really good answer. Um. Do you think all the Stark Children will unlock their warging abilities? I think all of them will. Besides Sansa, I think I think Rickon will. John has already showed us abilities like that, and then so is Arya, and then Bran. Yeah, but I think and Rob. I think Rob, the alt shift X video that he made about Rob dying twice, once through his own body and then once through Ghost. Like he was like kind of mixing it through. I think that he actually did unlock his working abilities for me. For me, it's the dude. So Sir Dantos. Hey, I mean that's a decent answer. Summer Islands, who is in Clash and yeah, that's a fair one. You know, I would say Salador Sand. It's because I didn't think of him for a while, but he's a character I kind of like and it's pretty cool. I'm gonna say him. That's my answer. Billy, that would be cool because Littlefinger does not believe in magic at all from what I've seen. Ron was one of my favorites. Ron is a pretty cool one. I'm probably gonna let this go for another like maybe minute or two, and then we're gonna start going through round 2. Rob died. Yes, I do believe Rob died twice. It's very sad, but I do believe he died twice. Oh my god, I gotta get hair off my glasses. Also, I want to show you guys my ring I got. So I got a ring I got, and I don't know if it's gonna render the best. I'm gonna take it on my finger. It might be easier that way. That's the ring I got. I thought it was pretty cool. I got it for a really discounted price, for like from a custom like jewelry place, online, and I just think it looks cool. Also, I wear like a lot of like black and white colors, so I wear like a lot of that type of colors. So, do you think Mira is a top favorite forgettable character? I just don't think. Well, no, because I don't think Mira is really forgettable for me. So that's why I would say no. But she is a good character. Best characters KO on Dox is fair enough. Dario versus Oberyn would be a hard one. But that's another good one. Oh, sir, yeah, that's a great answer. That is a very good answer. Citron. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah. How do you think Durant? Do you think Durant has a master plan? Yes, I think he does. I think his first master plan was the Quentin like Daenerys plan, or all of that, and that just kind of got foiled. So I think his master plans now with kind of Aegon and all that. Jordan Haas, right, and he wouldn't think twice if it gifted him a little bird spy on. Fair enough. But, I think that's a really good answer with Sir Adam Marbrand. She did get done dirty in the show. Mira got done so dirty in the show. Okay, we are going to go ahead and start doing round 2. So, again, your votes will still count as I'm, like, going through them. For the other ones we haven't talked about yet. But, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead, start up round 2, and all that. So, first round. This is actually surprising to me. So Asha ended up beating Kat 64% to about 36. That's crazy to me. I actually didn't think it was going to happen. Bran should have gotten with Mira. That was the only hope for a love. That's true. That is true. That is true. All right. So Asha ends up beating Catelyn, which I think is very surprising. Hold on. Let me change the highlighter for this round. We're going to do yellow. Because it needs to be something that, like... Why is it not highlighting? Why is this not highlighting? I don't know how to do that. Okay, you know what we'll do? Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. Raw. So Asha ended up losing this round. So then, okay, that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it. We're just going to put a cross through the name. That's how we'll do it. So Kat ended up... Or, nope, not... I fucked it up. Hold on. I fucked it up. Hold on. All right. Catelyn ends up losing. Asha ended up going through. So round 1, Asha ended up making it through, which is very surprising to me because I think Catelyn is a bit more of an impactful character, but again, she's not the one I like. Interesting question 2. Who is the most underrated character in the Game of Game for Thrones by fans and the people of Westeros include? Let me think about that. Is that the One Ring, the ring to rule them all? Maybe it just controls all the Starks. Asha versus Catelyn was tough. But yeah, that is exactly how I would put that. I turn in. I really hope I'm saying your name right. But that is kind of how I look at it as well. But I think I would have picked Cat because of her impact on the story, personally. Next one is going to be Theon or the Hound. And I actually thought this was going to be a little closer, but it wasn't. Theon demolished the Hound. Like, straight up demolished. So Theon versus Asha, the brother-sister, to get into, what is it, the top... I think top 8, I would assume. I think this is top 8, right? You did 4. Yeah, so to get into top 8, it's going to be Asha versus Theon. Interesting. Cat is annoying, Jaehaerys. I agree, right? But I just think her character / her importance is a bit more, so that's why I would have done it. It's just unfortunate, Sean. It's unfortunate the randomizer decided to put those characters right next to each other. That, in my opinion, that is genuinely like a top 4 matchup that probably could have happened, but it didn't work out that way. Cersei, again, demolished Bronn. Like, Bronn is what happens when you're loyal to Tyrion, I guess. Cersei gets her revenge, and Bronn gets smoked. Cersei ends out the dub. He gets the dub. There you go, Cersei. Edmure versus Jon. I mean, I don't know if I should even look at it, if you want me to be honest. This was a lot closer than it should have been. Jon wins 72% over Edmure with 28. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought that one was going to be maybe like a Jon smokes Edmure situation. Like it was like 100%, but it ended up not being it. So Jon moves on to next round. There we go. Let me see what you guys are saying. It's hard to do this and also keep up with chat. Asha deserves to be queen of the Iron. I actually agree with that. Kat got Ned and Robb killed. She did do that. Theon has one of the best arcs in the series. Agreed. I think he's top 3 for me. Theon, my boy, top 5 favorite character from. Fair enough. Just got a commercial for the first time on our channel. Love to see that. Love to see it. Well, depending on how you guys view that. More like sister versus sister. He's not even a fan anymore. Damn it. Damn it. Balon's a dickhead. That's all I'm going to say. Cersei means something for the story. Bronn, much less. Yeah, agreed. I went against Jon for the sake of Bobby B. You know what? Vengeance for my boy Bobby B. Now, this is one of the best matchups. And this might be a heartbreak to some of you. Tywin ends up beating Arya 56% to 44%. Yikes. Yikes. That's all I'm going to say. Arya gone. I also would have picked Tywin. I just want to let you guys know that. But that is rough. That is Arya got smoked top 32. You hate to see that. You hate to see that, guys. Arya has been eliminated. Can we get a rip for Arya? She went through all that stuff in the Riverlands just to get smoked by Tywin and his glare. No commercials suck. Yeah. I think the Iron Islands needs to get wiped out. What do you think? They're just going to get nuked? Because that, I'm just saying, I do a lot of parallels to the Japanese in World War II to the Iron Islands because they're very similar in how they're built. So we should not go that route. As he should. I picked Tywin. Disagree. Bronn kept Tyrion's character interesting and funny on top of keeping the brothels open. That's fair. I watch him on TV, so sometimes it's nice to see the chat on the screen. That is a good idea. Yeah, that makes sense. Reigns of Kashmir plays quietly in the background as Tywin takes down another star. All right, we're moving on. Mance versus Sansa. I'm actually very interested to see on this one. Sansa takes it at the same percentage. Sansa versus Mance was a 56%, 44%. And down goes Mance. He's been wiped out. A very intriguing character. But he got wiped out. We're going to be talking about the pink letter as well. I think it's a Wednesday video, if I'm not mistaken. Wednesday or Thursday. Where I'm talking about the pink letter. So you guys get a video. A little bit of a video on Mance. If you're interested in that. I can't move Sansa. Okay. I forgot to capitalize her. Oh, well. Our boy Mance is gone. Unfortunate. Yeesh. Dragon nukes. I voted for Tywin with pain. I adore Arya, but yep, I agree. Jaime's arc versus Theon arcs would be a cool one. Yep. Tywin drowning in the entire house. Arya being late to the Red Wedding. Yep. Yep, I agree. I agree. Gendry versus Jon Con. Jon Con took it pretty easily at 69%. Love to see that. Great percentage to win on as well, Jon Con. Let's just get rid of you, Gendry. You're gone. You're gone. Okay, that was a really bad slash, but Jon Con is moving on. Jon Con has survived and lived. See another day. All right, Marge versus Mel. Mel ended up destroying Marge. Like, it was not even close. It was like 73%. So, Marge, unfortunately, the Tyrells have been extinguished. Mel is going to move on. All right, that is one side of the bracket. We're going to take a little bit of a break so I can drink some water. My throat's getting a little, you know. Also, while we're here, Aquafina is the best water. In where I live, best water. You cannot debate me. This video is not sponsored by Aquafina or anything, but they're the best water. Tywin's downfall was how he treated his... That is correct. Sansa versus Tywin. I don't want to lose another Stark. Hey. Hey. It might have to happen. Tywin might have to smoke another one. Gendry versus Jon. Weak. Yeah, I agree. I think it was a pretty weak battle. Technically, Sansa is the Lady of the Dreadfort. She has no claim to the North. That's true. Mance was first named character in series. You know, that's a good point. That is a good point. What to say this? How is that possible? Well, technically, I mean, she does. She does have a claim to the North, right? But because her name takes like the Dreadfort name, the Bolton name, and she's a woman, her claim to it is very low. Very low. Why isn't Lamy on the list? Well, Lamy he didn't make the cut. Aquafina do be the best to Harris. I was more of a Marjorie scheming was shown in the books, like on the show, but I understand why George. Yeah, that's a fair point. It just has so much more in the book, Marge. I hope we see more. That's true. The show was a better version of Marge, in my opinion. Garland, unfortunately, was not on here. Yes, my Soulfire, Mel, the true priestess to Azor Ahai, reborn, Stannis the man is one true king. That is correct. All right, Victarion versus Dany. I think I know who's going to win, just based on the person that likes Victarion the most, I feel like, on this chat. Voted for Dany. I'm still not over that. Dany, it was a closer win than I thought. It was 60% for Dany. She squeaked by. She squeaked by. Okay, and I would say she's had the easiest bracket so far. Of all of the main characters, I would say Dany has had the easiest run so far. It's going to get harder, but I would say she's had the easiest one so far. So Dany ended up losing. Next one, tough one. Jon Arryn or Davos? Real tough one, guys. Nah. Davos won 100% of all the votes. Not a single person in here voted for Jon Arryn, which, again, not surprising. Davos moves on. It's going to be Davos versus Dany. This is like the first round. This is like the first matchup between Stannis and Dany, okay? Because Davos is our main boy for Stannis, so it's going to be interesting to see who wins that. I'm very interested to see who wins that. Yes, Gendry's gone, Matthew. I'm sorry. You should do a Varys versus Littlefinger video. I kind of have, Jordan. I did a who played the game better between the two. But I definitely could revisit that video because I do think they're gonna have one more little. I think Varys. The problem is, I think Varys, we haven't seen all of his scheming yet. We haven't seen his full plan yet. Whereas Littlefinger, I think we've seen a lot of his early game plan. So it's very easy right now to say Littlefinger better than Varys. Danny's end should be next round against Davos, to be honest. Davos is the man. You know? Maybe. Maybe. We don't know. Walder versus Joffrey, the battle of the good guys. And Joffrey ends up winning. He ends up winning. No Red Wedding 2.0. Joffrey doesn't get taken out at a wedding again. So Walder's gone. Our boy Joffrey moved on. Moved on. And then Pod versus Stannis. I don't know if I should even check it. But... Yo, who voted for Pod? Stannis won, like 90% of the votes. But who voted for Pod? Because whoever didn't vote for the one true king needs to be shot. Okay, they need to be beheaded. You need to just, I don't know, y'all are tripping. Okay, if you voted for Pod, you're tripping. The only reason I could see you guys kept him alive was because you want to know what happened in that brothel. We all know John Con would die and wins, but what do you predict his final contribution to the story to be? Or he already done his part? I think his main contribution is going to be helping, Aegon get to the throne. And then I also think he couldn't be involved with starting a plague, a grayscale plague, because he's not taking the proper routes to make sure that doesn't happen. So I think he could be involved in that as well. And then I also think he's just going to be kind of the father figure for Aegon as well and trying to lead him on the journey. So I think that's kind of what his importance is. Sam just got smoked. We're not even going to go over the stats. It was like, oh God, that was horrible. 75%, I think, for Brienne. So Brienne, she moves on. Sam, you got to do better. You just got to do better. Jaime versus Tyrion. Some big match. Hello, Ian. How's it going? You have joined us into round 3. Or no, we're in round 2. We're about to be in round 3. I think John Con will have a similar battle like the Battle of the Belt. That's very possible, where he is faced with the same decision, and maybe he makes it the wrong decision this time. And yes, Jim, they are trolling. Unless you're the one trolling. You better not be. Better not be. But, Jaime versus Tyrion. I'd love to see a video about some of the lesser discussed characters in the Vale storyline, like Harry the Heir, Lynn Corbray. Maybe. I could definitely see it. Harry the Heir is an interesting one, because Harry the Heir, I don't think will actually live in the next book. I think Littlefinger's actually going to kill him, but it is interesting to look at those characters specifically. Jaime or Tyrion? Now, one of, I believe, probably the top 5 characters in the entire series is going to be going down in round 2. And sadly, that is going to be Tyrion. Jaime won with a 62% win percentage. Our boy Tyrion, one of the best characters. The entire book series, TV show series, is gone. Jaime has surpassed him. And the Kingslayer is now also the Kinslayer. Well, sometimes it's just what happens. Tyrion kills their father, Jaime kills him back. Hold on, let me see what I miss here. Lynn Corbray is cool. Do you think he will betray Littlefinger? I do think it's very possible he could betray him once he kind of figures out that it's Sansa. I think he could. Do you see both sons, potential Jon and Aegon, try to come face to face in the books, will they be friends or foes? So, I think Jon Snow is interesting because I think he will be taking the route of, he just wants everybody to band together just to face the others. I don't think it'll be a hostile kind of way the two go between each other, unless it's very openly revealed that Jon Snow is Rhaegar's son. Then it could be hostile. Because Aegon could look at Jon as a threat, even though they would be potentially brothers, but they're not. I don't think they are. But it all depends to me on the timing of Dany. Dany is the big question mark. Because will Daenerys deal with Aegon before Jon even has a chance? I don't know. Hold on. Have you ever heard of the tale of Jon Arryn, the King's Hand? He was so nosy, he found out the king was being cooked, but now he was cooked. How ironic. This is very ironic. Do you think Aegon will die before the others come, or what will his role be? I personally think it's like a 50-50, but I think he will probably be dead by the time the others are fully coming into the story and when Daenerys starts to actually face them. We blew it, guys. You know what? Tyrion did save the city. The trolls went too far. Maybe. Tyrion and Jaime need a rematch? Maybe next bracket we'll see a rematch, but just hopefully farther up in the bracket. Tyrion is by far the best character in the series. This tournament is now invalid. Hey. It's what the people wanted, man. What they wanted. All right. Jorah versus Barristan. I feel like Barristan's going to win this, but we'll see. Barristan did win. And I'll also do the other one. Ned did win against the Blackfish as well. So let's get those out of the way. Jorah, boom, gone. Blackfish, gone. We are going to see two characters that are actually very similar to each other, especially later on in the books when we get POVs of Barristan. Two characters that are very similar in Barristan and Ned. So going to be interesting to see who wins. I think I know who's going to win, but it is interesting. So we had a lot of L's. A lot of big characters went down in the first or the second round. We're getting into the third round. This is going to be for our top 8 characters in the entire thing. Will he ever find Tysha? I don't think so. Hope Tyrion continues down his pirate until he finds Tysha. I don't think he's going to find Tysha. I just think he's going to continue down that dark path, and he's going to losers bracket. That could be a good idea, sure, to access for the next one we do. But yeah, no, I just think he's going to go down a dark path until he sees Daenerys going down that path, and it'll kind of snap him out of it, seeing how much the dragons can have destruction over other things. Tyrion versus Nurse. Hey, man. I think Nurse is winning that one. Okay, let me start making round 3. Let's make another one. This one should take even less time. You want me to be completely honest? But round 3. This one is for top 8. We're gonna cruise through these later rounds because they're a lot less to actually do. But Asha versus Theon. We have the Battle of the Greyjoys. I'm interested to see who you guys have winning that round. But we'll see. You know what I will say, though? Okay, so this is an insight into if you guys ever want to be a YouTube creator or anything like that. YouTube recommends your content way more when you're partnered with them. I've noticed that. Like, I've just noticed, like, looking at, like, impressions and stuff, it has nothing to do with, like, the content I'm making, but if you look at how much the content is being recommended to people versus before and after on this short amount of time that we've been partnered on this channel, it's like night and day difference. Like you can definitely tell, which I think is something that's interesting. So if you ever start a YouTube channel and all that, I would just say wait and just keep building up your channel, and then when you actually eventually do get that partnered, I just feel like it makes things, YouTube itself just starts recommending your content more because it makes sense for them to do that. Because here's the thing, okay? There was already ads like on the channel because YouTube does this already. It will put ads on your videos like no matter what, even if you're paired or not. It just won't give you any like. It just doesn't help you at all. And when you do actually get to the partner program, they put more ads on it. Basically, is what ends up happening, and it makes sense for YouTube because they can make more money for you doing that, if that makes sense. Um, that's kind of a weird thing to think about, but yeah. Danny or Davos. Sorry if I'm not answering comments or anything right now because I'm just trying to get through typing out round 3, and then I'll go back and I'll respond to all your guys' comments. But it is an interesting insight. I've been someone that's done YouTube for like 2 years. You guys have seen like about 8 months of that because the other channel I basically privated and then it's just gone. Like it doesn't exist. But it was like a gaming channel, and it's I will say, if you ever try doing a gaming channel, it's so much harder than doing like discussion type videos or any type of stuff like that, because gaming, it's just so hard to get into gaming because it's this very saturated area of YouTube. And I just, yeah, it's just generally, it depends so much on like what category you even pick that you're even going to get ever recommended or through the YouTube search. So that's something I did want to bring up because it is interesting. You know, if anybody else ever wanted to start a YouTube channel, that is something to definitely consider. Because if you look at this channel really didn't like take off or get recommended to anyone until like I would say probably I'm trying to think, probably like a good like 3 months into the out of this channel being up for like 8 months maybe. Like the first 3 months, it was not getting recommended to like anyone. So that's just something to think about if you ever wanted to start a YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm getting ready to send this out and put round 3 in. Let me get the chat up. Where is the chat? Chat, and then put this. Okay, so round 3 is being inserted into the chat right now. It'll be the pinned comment. So all you guys go vote for that. All right, let me see what you guys have been saying in the comments. Where did we leave off here on comments? Okay. Tyrion and Sansa will meet up in the books. Could be cool. I hope him and Sansa stay married and figure it out at all. That would be cool because I don't know. I just think Tyrion was a good husband for her, even though there's just a lot of like tragic stuff going on there. I made this comment in a different way, but do you think Arya might develop her skills in War against Sir Pounce and kill some folks? Lots of stairs in the Red Keep. Who hasn't tripped over again? I personally don't think I've seen your comment. This is something I talk about. If you guys want to ask me questions, it is a way better idea to add my Instagram or my Twitter, because YouTube will not give me notifications for certain comments. Like I have to manually go through past videos, but personally I don't think so. I personally don't think so. But it'd be an interesting idea if Sir Pounce ends up like killing Tommen or something. That'd be hilarious. But yeah. Also, where's Mord? Guy just didn't make it, you know? He just didn't make it. I don't know what to tell you. Why should it be hostile? Why it should be hostile between Aegon and Jon? Jon doesn't want the throne. Aegon is the heir due to being older. I feel like they both band against Mad Queen Dany. Yeah, but I think Jon is going to see the importance of the dragons. So I don't know if that one's really going to happen there. Personally. Nurse lost to a poisonous mushroom. Hey. It was a tough mushroom, okay? That's her pound with the black cat she caught in the front. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Balerion, yeah, that's a good point, actually. Maybe she does something. Maybe. Your channel is about to explode in August. Hey, I hope so, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. I like this like kind of community we already have now. And you know, this is something I want to bring up now. Because I've been seeing these comments, not a lot, but I see them every once in a while in videos. If you go into a video, like say it's, I think the last one I saw it on was like one of the Aegon videos. It's one of the videos that always gets a lot more views for people not subscribed to the channel. Kind of first time viewers. If you go into a video that's like Winds of Winter predictions and you comment, well, it doesn't matter because we're never going to get Winds of Winter. Like, bruh, why are you taking why'd you even click on the video? Like, I don't know. I hate that type of negativity, you know? Do funny moment clips on popular games using skyrocket views. Probably I could, you know, that would have been a good idea. I just don't think I'm gonna ever do gaming again. I genuinely, when I was doing gaming content, did not enjoy doing it. You know, like it kind of took some of the fun out of gaming because you had to record to a certain degree that you had to make sure it was entertaining, not just that you were having fun. And I just genuinely I don't really play video games that much anymore. So it's hard for me to like, yeah, I don't know. And I have this certain thing where I feel like, especially on YouTube when you're starting out, you need to post consistently. You need to post more than 2 times a week for you to ever get recommended on YouTube. So I just don't know if I have ever the, commitment to do that. Funny thing I just thought it probably won't happen, but would be pretty instant, as if Victarion takes the show Euron route and betray Euron and make an alliance with Cersei. That would be interesting, actually. I don't think it's going to happen because I think Victarion's not smart enough to do that. But that would be interesting. Or maybe he goes with Aegon instead of Cersei. Something like that. That'd be interesting. Also, Winds of Winter content kind of dead on YouTube since a lot of people lost hope, ran out of discussion for the last 11 years. Yeah, see, that's my thing, though, Billy Bob, is that there's so much talk you can do around A Song of Ice and Fire. If you think about it, I have not had any problems creating ideas for videos for the last, 7 months. Like, I haven't even gotten close to where I'm like, man, I'm out of ideas. What should I do? Like, and my thing is, even if I ever did run out, my thing is I'm just going to basically go back on the videos that I've already done in the past and redo them. Because my opinions change a lot. With being in a bigger community and hearing your guys' ideas, my thoughts and my theories are constantly changing. They're not just set in stone. So that's kind of how I look at that. And I think the problem with making this type of content 11 years ago was there really was no end in sight of getting Winds of Winter. Like, even now, there's still a little bit of hope. I don't know. And that's another reason why I think this channel gets discovered more often than not, because there's just not a lot of people that consistently are uploading this type of content. So Jaime had to kill Tyrion in round 2, and now he must. Yeah, it's funny. That actually is kind of funny. People are just recycling theories at this point. That is kind of true. I mean, that is kind of true. Just basically, I can see that on some of my own content that I do, but I try to give my own spin to those videos where I try to give my own opinions and why. Yeah. I hate how much negativity George has gotten about wins. That's hard because I don't think we should be personally attacking George, but the fact that the book has taken this long and it really doesn't even seem like he's nearly done. Like I've always said, I would say for me, I would say the hope would be that he's halfway done. But I don't even know, right? And I don't know. The problem is George, the way he acts, makes it act like he doesn't even, like he's not even working on it, or I don't know, his attitude. But yeah. Anime EV13, I'm going to be starting a channel soon. Cool. What are you going to be doing on your channel? Like, what type of content are you going to be doing? But yeah, my personal advice for you would be upload at least 3 times a week if you can. And just stick with it. I would give it a couple months, and if like you're still not growing at all, then yeah, just try to self-analyze your content and figure out what stuff's working, what stuff's not. Because I've figured from my time doing YouTube that gaming stuff just isn't for me, and that I kind of figured out the style of my content. Because I experimented. If you look at the first 5 months of the channel, I experimented a lot in how I did videos. But yeah, like A Song of Ice and Fire videos, I started doing like gaming stuff just for you guys to have stuff to watch in the background, and you guys didn't really enjoy that, and I noticed the channel took a dip when I did that, so I stopped doing it. Just stuff like that. And also Anime EV, I also don't get caught up in looking at analytics. That's something that's also bad for you when you first start out. And that's when you have you guys been writing nonstop for like 25 years with One Piece. That is true. It took George 6 years and 5 years to write the last 2 books, and then that's for the wait for Wind, so it kind of adds up kind of So my only thing, Jordan, I will say to that is the reason is though, if you look at Feast for Crows and A Dance with Dragons or whatever, that book was more or less completed within those first 5 years, right? The reason it took, or 6 years, the reason it took another 5 years to write it was kind of because he had to end up splitting up the story and then also going back on the whole age gap and all that stuff is kind of my reasoning for why it took him that much longer. But he had the whole story or those two books kind of already written out. He just kind of had to expand it a little. George's attitude does not reflect passion any longer, which truly makes you question the quality of storytelling and sustained we can expect from wins. Is it maybe better if we don't get it? So, Zen, this is my big thing. I agree with you on a lot of what you just said there. But my thing is, if Winds of Winter is not a good or great book, like if it's like Feast, where a lot of people think it's like the weakest book, I think he's gonna get a lot of hate. I think he is gonna get a lot of hate because of how much time he took to write this book. It's just, you know, when Winds does eventually drop, who do you think should read the audiobooks? The actor who played Viserys in the show, read the Duncan Egg novellas, and he did pretty good. I don't know. I guess because I'm pretty sure the guy who did the Game of Thrones audio, he ended up dying, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure that's right, Jordan. Is that correct? Which is really sad because I think he did a really good job. His name was, I think it was Robert. It was Robert something. But he did a fantastic job in the audiobooks for the books. I agree, Matthew. All right, let's see how many responses we've gotten on the forums. 48 responses. Okay, so I think now is a good time. I think we had a pretty decent wait there. I answered a lot of questions while we were waiting. I think we have a pretty good, thing. Oh, it was Roy, not Robert. I knew it was something like RO or something like that. But yeah, no. RIP to him. He did a fantastic job. I've listened to the audiobooks once, one summer. He did a really great job. That'd be really cool if Kid Haring. It would be really cool if for the POVs they just got all of the actors from the show, but that would never happen. I think it's really interesting that the character that played Stannis actually didn't like Game of Thrones. Like he didn't actually like the show. And he didn't like Stannis as a character, really. I think he was quoted saying that. But, yeah. So, Asha versus Theon. Okay. Actually, there's a couple more votes coming in, but we're going to go ahead and start now. So, Asha versus Theon was 73% for Asha. Theon got smoked. I didn't see that one coming. I really didn't see that coming. But Theon actually got smoked surprisingly. Like I'm actually genuinely surprised. But Theon loses in this round. Asha will move on. So let's get her text here. Also, thank you guys for the support on this stream. As well as, first stream. I kind of messed up at the beginning. If you guys rewatch this back or whatever, I really messed in the beginning because I was doing a preview and there's like a 2 minutes where I'm like kind of figuring out, wait, I'm not actually live yet. I'm just recording a preview or whatever. But yeah. The only thing I want from wins is the Battle of Ice and Battle of Fire at this point because at least I'll get major past the second favorite. For my second favorite. Yeah. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Those are going to be really good. I think they're going to be really good. Jim, I hope you have a great night. Thank you for coming in the stream. Appreciate you as always, and I will see you whenever you watch the next video or whatever. They would be cool if they did that, but they did the tilt thing. Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't like that because the show and the books are just distinctively different, and they would. That is, that's a good point, Jordan. That's a good point. I didn't really think about it, but that's a good point. That's very standard of him, to be fair. That's because the show did stand and plus dumb in a minute they didn't understand. That is true. Now, I wonder if the actor that knew or who was playing Stannis knew how they were going to kill Stannis at the end. I'm actually very genuinely interested to see how that ends up going. But Stannis is beyond understanding. It's fair. Oh wow, I like Asha, but Theon losing. Yeah, I genuinely thought that Theon was gonna win. Interesting and final question. Which part of the book do you feel was best executed in the show in terms of accuracy, aside from the Red Wedding? So are we going off of like accurate as in they didn't change anything from book to show, or just because there are certain things I think the show did a lot better and made the book scene much better. Like Tyrion's trial is something that I think was done way better in the show. But I believe, yeah, Roose was done better in the books. That's a good one. Because I would say all of season 1 is the most accurate to the book. So yeah, Zen, if you want your answer, I would say book 1. I would say pretty much everything from book 1 because they stayed pretty faithful to book 1. They had a decent amount of things. But I would say yeah, Ned. Like I would just say book 1 and season 1 would be kind of the best thing. All right, Cersei versus Jon Snow. Jon Snow just shamed Cersei. You know, he made her take the walk of shame again. Cersei gets smoked. Jon, I feel like this is pretty unsurprising. Moved on. Should I just put Jon? We're just gonna put Jon. We're gonna like where you kind of have to make it really small, so we're gonna put Jon there. Tywin versus Sansa. Another interesting one. And Sansa beat Tywin. I'm surprised. I am surprised. You guys voted for Tywin over Arya, but then Sansa. You guys surprised me. I thought this was going to be for sure. Oh, sorry. I almost did the wrong one. This one I thought was for sure going to be Tywin. But Sansa moves on. All right. All right. I guess you were tired of, all the things Sansa's gone through in the books. Yeah. But the show cut the Taija question out, which, yeah, that's true. That is true, Billy Bob. Okay, that is true. Why did they remove Renly's Peach? I don't understand. It is one of the best chapters in the book. Talking about anime and fantasy books and TV, that should be really cool. That's a really good one to get into, anime EV. Because I think it's something that, like, there's just not a lot of people that do that type of content. So I think that's a really good avenue to go into. Jamie and Brienne bath scene is pretty. That's a very good one too. That's another really good one. Best Stark sibling. I can't agree. I'm sorry. I can't. Sansa is my. No, I won't say least. Brienne is my least. But Sansa and Rickon are right there. I guess we just have POVs winning all around here. I agree. Like, and when I say Sansa won, like, Sansa won 70%. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, that surprises me. That is the biggest surprise of all of these ones so far for me, is that Tywin got smoked by Sansa. Like, that one just is surprising. By far, I think one of the biggest blowouts, Jon Con just demolishes Mel. Like, it was 80%, I think. So the Johns did pretty good. Jon Con and Jon Snow did pretty good on this one. Moving on to the right side of the bracket, we have Dany versus Davos. The one you guys have all been waiting for. Davos, oh my god, she smoked Dany. Or he smoked Dany. Now I know I have a mostly Stannis audience. That's how I know I have a mostly Stannis audience. Just because, like, that wasn't even close. Like, it was 90% almost. All right, guys. All right. I respect it. That's what I would have voted, but... All right. We're pissing off the Dany fans. Oh, boy. They couldn't afford the... I would pick Arya over... I agree, Matthew. I agree. Killers and money truly rule the world. Where are the faceless men and the Iron Banks on the bracket? You know what? Arya is the representation of the faceless men. She got smoked. The Iron Bank. I don't know. They're somewhere. During the whole time Ned is in the back show, she doesn't think about Arya at all, but she thinks about but she thinks about yeah. Onion Knight supremacy. I think yeah, I was trying to describe it. That is true. That is true about Ned. I like Dany, but Stannis is the manest. That's true. But guys, we're gonna have. I'm assuming. Yeah, we have a Stannis versus Joffrey round 4 match. The Stannis camp is gonna be turned on each other. This is after we find out that Shireen gets burned. This is what happens. This is gonna be show canon matchup where we have Stannis and Davos. How could you? You know that we're gonna have that whole scene, but just against Stannis. Brienne versus Jaime. We're gonna have a rematch of the bridge fight. Guys, we have our only 100% of the round. Jaime smoke shows Brienne. She got smoked. Even with Jaime with one hand, just smokes her. Jaime with the dub comes through, and my guy wins. I like Dany, but Stannis is the man. Edit the stream and post it and watch the Dany stands come to fight. Oh no, this is Billy Bob. This is gonna stay on the stream or the YouTube. I might edit it down maybe, but like I don't feel like I need to. Stannis and Hander in a bracket. Yep. Stannis versus Davos should be illegal, but yeah, no, because Billy Bob. Whenever I do a Dany video and I say anything negative, I always get a bunch of comments that are like Dany supporter video or comments, but I mean, I don't mind if you're a Dany fan, but Stannis is the one true king. What can I say? What can I say? And then Ned ended up smoking Barristan. I kind of saw that one. Barristan, you had a good run. But Ned had to make it. So we have Ned v. Jaime, Stannis v. Davos, Jon Snow versus Asha, Sansa versus Jon Con. I want to get you guys. Who do you guys think's gonna win? Who do you guys think's gonna win? I know who's gonna win. Okay, personally, by the stream chat, for my own viewers, I know who's gonna win. But I'm interested to see what you guys think. Okay, we're gonna take a little water break, but I'm interested. Who you guys think's gonna win? While you guys send them, I'm gonna start again creating round. Well, we're on round 4, right? So round 4. Here we go. Davos lives in Kings, which means Strands will wins 100%. Yep. What he would have won it. Hey, Tucker. Jon Snow barely beat Cersei last round, so you never know. All right, so Asha, Jon Snow. Asha, Jon. Where's the option to... Oh, there it is. Jon Snow, okay. Sansa beats Tywin. This must be the Twilight Zone, yep. Jon, Sansa, Stannis, Jaime, final 4 predictions. All pretty good predictions. I'm not sure, though. I don't know, because I don't know what to think anymore, because I thought Sansa was going to get just destroyed in the last round, and she did not, so we'll see. Seen a lot of Jamies in the chat. All right. That's a fair pick. Move this over here so I can do the right side now. Almost done. And then again, this one will be posted in the comments as well. Or chat, I guess. Jaime or Ned. Damn, I wish it would just... Okay. Jamie. Ed. All right. Crazy to think we've gone from 32 matches down to literally 4. But this one is being sent right now. Let me go to the comments. All right, there you guys go. I'm going to pin the comment as well. All right, there you go, guys. Go ahead and vote on round 4. Who do you think's going to vote? Or who's going to win? Tyler? Hodor didn't make the cut. He didn't make the cut. It's all right. He didn't make the cut. I was actually very surprised by that, Tyler, that Hodor was not in the top 64 name time, just because of how many times Hodor says his name. Like, I was actually really surprised he wasn't in the top 64 most listed characters. He cannot and must not be allowed to beat Jamie. Dude, if you guys choose Sansa to win this, I've lost all respect in you guys. I'm just letting you know. You guys, if Sansa wins the entire thing, you guys have lost my respect. All right. I'm gonna look at Livestream. I wanted to say, by the way, guys, thank you for all the support on the show. This live stream has done incredible. But thank you guys for all the support in this live stream. Thank you guys for interacting. Because again, the stream would not be possible without you guys participating and all that stuff. Ned is the OG, but Jamie is a better character. Debatable. Debatable, Jordan. Debatable. If Sansa, we have to try again. You know what? If Sansa wins, I would definitely be down to do this again, but randomized again, because that's just not it. If Sansa wins, it was Littlefinger doing. You know what? If Sansa wins, I think we give like 50% of the credit to Littlefinger. Tywin or Littlefinger should have won if it was the best players of the game. That is true. If it was the best, if we're going based off just best players of the game, that is true. But we're not. We're doing everybody's favorites. What you can actually do it on whatever you think. So you know, I am very interested to see though what your guys' kind of decisions are going to be for this round. I'm getting a little look-see. I'm getting a preview. I will say though, none of the matches right now are actually close. Like, genuinely, you guys are very decisive on who you think wins this round, which is unfortunate. I actually do think there are some really good matches in this one. I like Danny. Tavos is my king. Fair enough. Fair enough. But what right does the wolf judge the lion? That's true. Do a losers bracket, then have the winner of the losers bracket versus the winner of this bracket. Okay. You know what? Billy Bob, I would be down for that. Because I'm going to save this, so I'll screenshot this. And then maybe, like, next Monday, we'll do... This is... I don't have any other free time, because I have family coming over the rest of the, like, week. But I think that's a good idea. I think what we'll end up doing is we'll take all of the characters that lost, and we'll have a loser bracket, and then we'll also throw in some other characters. So we can't throw in other characters. We'll throw in one extra character. So we'll probably put in Oberyn as the extra character we do. Who was best player of the game? Varys also would have been in there, yeah. I'll be personally honest. I would have had Tyrion beating Jamie. Sansa and Jon Con shouldn't have made it this far. That's true. Dude, Jon Con got such an easy bracket. Now, Sansa, I just don't think Sansa should have beaten Tywin, personally. That is true. I think Varys is very hard to track on what plays until we get the next book. Harris, I don't know. I don't know if I'm planning on going live every week. I really don't know. Because I like doing these discussion type videos, but I don't know. You know what, guys? Okay. Here's what I'll do. If you guys want to see the next like bracket next week, I'm gonna put a poll up on the channel, on like the community page, and I will do like an idea. So it'll be like Targaryens, the houses, or doing a loser bracket of this bracket, and then having those two go up against each other for next week. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go do live once being live every week or not. This was kind of just one thing I had the idea on the Discord. You know, again, best way to contact me and stuff. But to do it live, which I thought was a great idea. But yeah, got that idea from Jordan, so you know. Here's a tough question for everyone. What is three Asian things that you liked? I thought the music in season 8 was good. The costume design was good in season 8. And I think the dragons look cool. And sorry, I have to bail. Got to go to work through the night shift. Have fun on your night shift, Tim. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, can we include the Blackbirds and the Targaryen, please? It would make it more. Actually, to do a bigger one, we probably would have to, Zen. That it was 6 episodes. That's true. I'm trying. I don't know if one of my friends is still watching the stream, but that's why I kind of. Those are 3 things I like from season 8, but I wanted to say something out of the plot. All right, let's see how many responses we got on the good old thing, and then I'm gonna gauge. We're gonna wait a little longer. You know what's interesting? One of them actually has changed. So one of them is actually like a lot closer now, but the rest are all kind of blowouts. I don't know. Let me know. Do you guys want me to do a stream every week? I can guarantee you they won't be as long as this one if I do streams every week. This was kind of just an anomaly one I wanted to do, but okay, I was about to say Joseph. I don't know why. Joshua. I actually really agree. I really want Fire and Blood V2. Because I don't know if you've watched. I did a Maester conspiracy video, and it's basically completely based on Fire and Blood. And I would really love to get into the next part of that series, and I really did like Fire and Blood. I really did like Fire and Blood. There's some stuff that was kind of meh, but yeah. Okay, you guys are saying definitely yes on the live stream, so I'll take it into consideration. Well, we might do like more like a mini one every so often. I mean, not so every, but we might do like a mini one every week. Who knows? I don't know. Might do like Q&As or something like that. I don't know. I think I'm going to give it till 9:15, and then we're going to do the next round. We're going to do 9:15. We are going to do, or I guess 4 minutes from now, for people not in the same time zone, we're going to do 4 minutes from now. We are going to go ahead with the next round. I agree, Jordan, with your sentiment about Dunk and Egg. I think people just genuinely will be pissed at him for that. Because Fire and Blood, I just think I really like. Okay, Joshua, another thing. I'm glad you called it Fire and Blood V2. I don't like that George is going, it's blood and fire. Like, no, that doesn't sound right. Let's do Fire and Blood Part 2. I don't understand what the problem is. It's a really, I don't know, it's just weird to me. I think you guys are going to be shocked by one of the decisions made this round. I think you guys are genuinely going to be shocked. All I'm going to say, you guys are genuinely going to be shocked by one of the matches that happened. I also love when I'm on my own YouTube account and my YouTube channel or my YouTube notifies me about my own video. Like, what? YouTube. What? And then read Duncan's and then reread Game of Thrones John chapter when he's talking to Mormon about the okay, all right. I'm genuinely interested on your guys' reactions to this next round. Because 3 of them did not shock me. 1 of them shocked me. 1 of them I wasn't ready for. Dude. Okay, Citronen, you want to know what my final 4 was? My final 4, coming out of all of these brackets, was, I think, Stannis, Tyrion, Jon, or no. It was Jon or Robb. And then down here was Tywin. Just based upon who's been eliminated already, 2 of them aren't in the final 4. Which, you know, I wouldn't be pissed if Wins Winner was released for 11 periods. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. All right, 1 more minute, and then I'm gonna go into this Elite 8 matchup, I guess what they call it, March Madness in America. Yeah, this is surprising. We've had two very controversial ones in these last 2 rounds. Very controversial. Also, let me know what you guys think, because I want to do eventually when I do my next rereading of the series, because I know I will. Would you guys want me to do a series on it? But like where I just, you know how like Alt Swift X and Order of the Green Hand, all those are doing like a revised like rereading of the books. Would you guys like me to do that? Because I don't know. I would want to wait till I have a little bit more like support on YouTube, because that is a very long commitment, and I'd want to like make that, I don't know, make more sense. But yeah, okay. Zen keeping me on track. Do it now. I will. Wait, are you saying do it now to that, or do the rereading of the books type thing? Okay, so round 1, not round 1, first match in round 4 caught me off guard so hard. Asha beat Jon 60% to 40%. Like, Jon Snow is gone. Asha beat Jon. I'm mind blown. I'll be honest with you. I'm mind blown. I didn't see it coming. Asha made top 4. I did not know she was this loved. Like I thought Asha has been debatably going to lose every round. The round high? Okay, cool. That would be cool. What if you did an analysis storyline by storyline? I could do that as well. Order of the Green Hand has been slacking. I don't know. Like, I haven't really been watching some of their videos lately, because a lot of them have been the reread. And I want to like stay away from doing like listening to people's rereads and stuff like that, because I myself just got done reading it. So I don't know. Asha's proving she's the true queen, but holy shit, I know. I cannot believe Asha won. I am genuinely confused how Asha beat Jon. Like, if we did a list of my top 30 characters, like my favorite, she would not be in it. Like, we're just gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I don't know what happened, but that happened. So all the rest, I feel like, are pretty normal. Sansa destroyed Jon Khan. I mean, he probably shouldn't have made it this far. But Sansa is top. So we have woman power on the left, and then the dudes on the right. So we'll see. Asha, Sansa, I don't think either one of them should have made it this far, if you want me to be honest. But yeah, so that happened. Stannis versus Davos. Stannis won pretty easily. I think you all saw that one coming. Stannis, he's moving on. Ned versus Jaime. Again, this one wasn't really close either. Jaime won this one in a landslide. So our top 4 are Jaime and Stannis. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I said I'm not going to have bias. But if the right side of this list, just based upon what is here now, does not win, y'all are smoking the good stuff. Okay? Jordan, I would actually be down to do a Dunk and Egg read on stream because I haven't read it much at all. So, Asha keeps winning. Oh boy. How the heckers? Luke. So, OG Thwompy, okay, he's one of my friends in real life. I don't know how Stannis is this far. Or not Stannis, Sansa. I have no goddamn clue. The left side, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The left side of this list is just y'all fucked it. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all fucked it. Y'all fucked the left side. All right. I'm gonna stop giving you guys shit. This is our final. This is the final 4. Final 4 is Stannis, Jaime, Sansa, Asha. I'm gonna go ahead, make round 5. But y'all just you guys let me down on the left side. I don't know what happened, but y'all are trolling. Y'all are trolling. All right, round 5. We got Sansa or Asha. I was about to say Arya because Arya should be up here. Not really. I mean, Tywin should be up here, but you know. Sansa, Asha. And then other match, we have Stannis or Jaime. All right, lads. This is it. Okay. I'm sending this one in. Okay. Can't be goofing up here. Okay. I really don't think you guys can goof this one up, to be honest. I mean, I feel like either one winning on the right is fine. My favorite character is Stannis, right? But I think you guys are fine either way. But Asha and Sansa, I'm kind of the same on. Like, I think the last match is the one I'm looking forward to. All right, has been placed in the channel. Vote for round 5. The viewers have gone rogue. That is correct, Luke. They have gone rogue. The fact she beat Tywin, yes. Yep, I can't. I don't know how it happened, but Sansa could make it to the finals. This entire stream is just part of an unwritten exit. How do you know I'm not working for Littlefinger? I'm just saying. Will Jaime slay another king? It's very possible. It's very possible, Matthew. Jaehaerys, Sansa is only here because Sophie Turner's hot. I can get behind that. Okay, but Natalie Dormer is also hot, and so is Emilia Clarke. But like, they didn't make it past round 2. So, yo, Luke, shut up. Shut up. Why are you telling people that? Yo, you're getting that comment's getting removed. that content that one's getting removed. Stannis and Jaime causes me legitimate mental distress. Hey, you can just sue the randomizer, sue the company. I'll give you the link. Like, if you guys genuinely pick Sansa to win, I may have to just stop the channel. We might have to just shut it down. Like, because I'm not doing something right with you guys. You guys aren't learning. I just can't. I can't right now. I'm actually just I'm interested just to see where the poll is right now. All right. Kind of the way I thought it was going to go. So we'll see. We'll see. I will start a rebellion if Sansa wins. Dude. Okay, here's my thing. Right now, I do not care if Sansa or Asha wins. This round, to me, is irrelevant. It's the last round that matters. If y'all do not pick Stannis or Jaime, whoever's on the right side, then you guys have gone rogue. You've been on a little bit too many of the drugs. Y'all got drunk when you were watching the stream. You're like, oh shit, the Grease Goblins are streaming. Like, let me hit the vodka or something. And you guys went rogue. Because... All right. I'm going to give you... Let me see how many responses we got. We're at 51 responses. I'm going to give you guys till 2 more minutes. And then we're going to determine who are the top 2 characters in all of A Song of Ice and Fire. I think already this list is wrong. Just based upon the randomizer and the tough decisions we had to make. But... You know what? Just for future, I'm going to mod some people that don't have any mods. How do I do that? Well, the people I've been seeing in chat the whole time, I'm going to give you guys moderator just for the future. Don't abuse your powers or else I'll come after you. Gotta remember who I've actually modded. Hey, Jordan, they all be putting in a shift. Aaron. I'm giving a lot of you guys mod because just for future, when people join the stream, I'll have a lot of great moderators. Okay. Don't abuse your powers or else I would thwart you. You know what happened at the Red Wedding? I will Red Wedding all your asses if you guys go rogue. Alright. Alright, I gave you guys time. And now... Okay, you guys said there was like 50 responses. There's 84 responses now, so, I mean... Okay. Looking at the first... Actually, both of these matches were very lopsided, so we're just going to put it that way. Okay? Oh, also, hold on. Let me give you Billy Bob. You've been in the... Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, Asha got smoked. She got smoked. Sansa destroyed, and also Stannis destroyed Jaime. So, the final prediction. The final battle. Sansa versus Stannis. Now, y'all fuck this up, we're gonna have a problem. Gonna have a problem. If one of y'all mess this, if y'all mess this up, I'm gonna have a problem. Okay, I'm making the Google form. Actually, you know what? No. We're not using the Google form. We're gonna create. Does it tell me? Nah, see, it's gonna tell you guys. I don't want it to tell you guys. We're not recounting the vote. The vote's over, okay? This is a one pump chump. We ain't going back, okay? All right. This is going to be the winner's final. It's about to be put in chat. I swear, if y'all fuck this up. Y'all mess this up, I'm ending the channel. I hope you know that. The channel's done. No more content for you guys. It's over. Okay? The whole thing's done. All right. Being put into the chat as we speak. All right, it's being pinned. Imagine a world where Sansa was preferred over Tywin, Jon, Littlefinger. I know. I know it's nuts. I know. I know. Hey, Billy Bob. Okay, we have some elections here that are a little fucky. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Can I actually switch that? Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can limit that, but I don't think I. While it's live, I don't think I can. I don't know if I can actually. Because it's like it has to collect your email for it to be only once, and I don't want to do that. That's stupid. I'm not gonna collect your guys' emails. It's just fucking dumb. Okay. I know, Matthew. I know. I know. You know what, Jaharis? I'm right there with you. If Sansa wins, that's it. No more democracy. Okay, democracy is stupid. We can't. The masses are just dumb. Okay, that's what has to happen. Okay, we're gonna go back to dictatorship. I'm gonna just tell you who the better character is. Guys, I will say it's a close one. I have no clue how there's 130 responses this quickly. Y'all must be like doing it a bunch, okay? Like going back and do it, because there ain't no way. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. $154 responses. Okay, we are going to end it in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah, y'all better be. I know y'all are submitting multiple. I know y'all are doing multiple. Because there's like 170 votes on this thing. I'm like, bruh, what are we doing here? Bro, there's almost 200 responses. Y'all stop voting twice. Y'all better stop voting twice, or we're gonna have a problem. I know y'all are voting twice. Or more than that. A lot of you are voting like 8 times. But one more minute. One more minute until this is going to be closed. And for now, this is going to be the winner bracket final. We may do a loser's bracket next week. We may do something different next week. Well, y'all got to vote once. Once. Luke, you haven't even read the books. Like, what are we doing? No, you're good. You're good, Devora. I already know. We're running some like Night's Watch operation where like it's democracy, but like, is it democracy? Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Zen always keeping me on track. I have not seen the results yet. The winner of the bracket, the best overall character in Song of Ice and Fire between Sansa and Stannis, by a resounding 80.8%, it's Stannis. Stannis, never mind. Sorry. I trolled you guys so badly. It's Sansa. It's Sansa. How the fuck did you guys let Sansa win? Yeah. That's it. That's it. Sansa has won. What kind of drugs were you guys on when you came into this stream? Sansa. Y'all are too horny. Y'all are too horny when you were voting. Oh, no. No, y'all got trolled. Y'all got trolled. I trolled you guys so hard. Sansa won. Luke, you need to. How did you all let Sansa win? Y'all some simps. Y'all are some simps. We got trolled so hard, bro. See, here's, you know what? We're gonna do a revote. Because this system was abused. All right, 307 votes. Okay, we are doing a revote because I do not accept the results of this. I do not accept the results. We're doing a YouTube poll where you can only vote once, and we're gonna see what the actual answer is. Okay, doing a YouTube poll because I do not accept this answer. Because I think you guys abuse the damn system. All right, I'm putting a poll in right now. Y'all need to vote on this poll. This system was broken. The final percentage was 79.3% to 20.7. And there were 307 responses, and this video doesn't even have 300 views. So we are y'all gonna vote on this poll, and we're gonna see who actually won. Okay, because I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all. Right now it's Sansa. If it's truly Sansa, you vote in the YouTube poll that was just put up. Okay, it's close. It's close. Close. Billy Bob, you know this was not legit. You know it wasn't legit. You know it. The system was abused. It was abused. You're rigging this election. What do you mean? It's See, this is how I know the poll is fucked. This is how I know this bracket's fucked and the poll is fucked. It's 50. It's like 50-50 right now for this win. Okay. And on the poll, it was not even close. The real poll wasn't close. Billy Bob, you keep talking like that, I'm gonna take away your mod status. Keep talking like that, I'm taking away your mod status. Hey, Jordan, but at least theirs kind of made sense. But like, it was kind of close, right? But like, okay, now that there are a decent amount of votes and all that, I'm going to end the poll. And Sansa did officially win. I will give you guys it. Sansa somehow won the poll. It was 54% Sansa, 45% Stannis. Sansa is officially the favorite character or the best character of the entire thing. Y'all are too horny. Y'all are too horny. Y'all are on the alcohol. And y'all need to stop. Because this is not acceptable. Okay? Like, it's just not acceptable. Not acceptable. But I guess that is going to be the end of the stream. I'm mentally going to have to go check myself out after this stream because this is the biggest plot twist since the Red Wedding. So, I will see you guys all tomorrow in the next stream. Or not this next stream, the next video. We're probably going to stream next week. But I'm mentally checked out from what I've just witnessed. So, I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys. For the Stannis fans out there, we didn't win this time. But we'll win